हेलो टू ऑल, होप सो आप बहुत बहुत अच्छे होंगे। मैं एक इम्पॉर्टेंट अनाउंसमेंट करना चाहता हूँ कि अब हमारा ऐप भी अवेलेबल है जिसका कि नाम है सुपर गुरु द लर्निंग ऐप। आप इसे गूगल प्ले स्टोर पर जाकर डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं। इसे हर वो बच्चा जो मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल के ऊपर मुझसे पढ़ रहा है वो ज़रूर डाउनलोड करे। उसका बहुत बड़ा रीज़न है कि इस ऐप के ऊपर हम लोग बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा फ्री मटेरियल डालने वाले हैं। आपको हर चैप्टर के की पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे, की टर्म्स मिलेंगे आप लोगों को, राइट। बहुत सारे टेस्ट पेपर्स, फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट टेस्ट पेपर्स उसके ऊपर अवेलेबल होंगे। तो ऐप को आप लोग ज़रूर डाउनलोड कीजिए ताकि आपको बहुत सारा मटेरियल मिल सके। आज की क्लास के अंदर हम लोग पढ़ने जा रहे हैं क्लास रेप्टिलिया। पहले तो आपको ये बता दूं व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ द क्लास रेप्टिलिया। द क्लास रेप्टिलिया मीन्स व्हाट? रेप्टिलिया मीन्स दोज ऑर्गेनिजम्स विच क्रीप or crawl. Those organisms which creep or crawl are called as reptiles. And Mesozoic era is called as golden age of reptiles. Why? Because during this era the reptiles dominated on the earth. Because in this era the reptiles dominated on earth. Now, study of reptiles is called herpetology. Study of reptiles is called herpetology. All right, study of reptiles is called as herpetology. And the body of reptiles is divided into 4 parts. The body of reptiles is divided into how many parts? 4 parts. Head, neck, trunk and tail. Head, neck, trunk and tail. Now, reptiles were first successful terrestrial animals, though some reptiles are also found in water, say for crocodiles. So reptiles were first successful terrestrial animals. Why? Because you know very well, in the species class the members are found in the water. In the class amphibia you have seen that they were having dual mode of life, right? They can live on land as well as on water, but they cannot live permanently on the land. Why? Because they have to move in the water for the purpose of reproduction. But here reptiles are first successful terrestrial animals. First successful terrestrial means land animals, though some reptiles are also found in water body. All right. Now, exoskeleton is made of epidermal scales. Exoskeleton is made of epidermal scales, bony scutes and bony plates. Are you getting? Exoskeleton is made of epidermal scales, bony scutes and bony plates. Now, just opposite to the amphibians, the skin is dry. cornified The skin is dry, cornified, rough and non-glandular. Skin is dry, cornified, rough and non-glandular. Snakes shed their skin as skin cast once a year. Shed their skin as skin cast once a year. Alright, and remember this thing, that two pairs of limbs found, and they are pentadactyl. You know what is pentadactyl? Pentadactyl means 5 digits. 5 digits. Two pairs of limbs are found, and the limbs are pentadactyl. Pentadactyl means they have 5 digits. Now, each digit is having a incurved nail. Each digit is having incurved nail. Each digit is having a incurved nail. Now, the most important thing to be noted here is that snakes are limbless. Few lizards are also limbless. All snakes are limbless. Few lizards are also limbless. Say for example, Ophiosaurus. Few lizards are also limbless. The example is Ophiosaurus, and all snakes are limbless. Now, skull is monocondylic. Skull is monocondylic means one occipital condyle found in skull. One occipital condyle found in skull. So skull is monocondylic. Centrum of vertebra is procellus. Very important. Might you not have heard about this character? Centrum of vertebra is procellus, means one surface of the vertebra is concave and another surface like this is convex. So this is convex. This is concave and this is convex. So vertebra is procellus type. Next, alimentary canal is complete. And it opens in cloaca. Remember this thing, that in reptiles, ureters, very important, ureters, genital ducts. Remember this thing. In reptiles, ureters, genital ducts and alimentary canal and alimentary canal. Ureters, genital ducts and alimentary canal open out through a common aperture, called cloacal aperture, Remember this thing. Ureters, genital ducts and alimentary canal open out through a common aperture, and that common aperture is called as the cloacal aperture. Are you getting? Now, if I talk about the brain, then brain is well developed. And 12 pairs of cranial nerves are found. Brain is well developed. Brain is well developed and 12 pairs of cranial nerves found. Brain is very well developed and 12 pairs of cranial nerves found. Heart is three-chambered. But in crocodiles, completely four-chambered heart found. Heart is three-chambered, but in crocodiles completely four-chambered heart is found. So heart is three-chambered, but in crocodiles completely four-chambered heart found. Alright. Sinus venous ill-developed. Sinus venous is ill-developed. Remember this thing. When heart is not completely developed, then sinus venous is very well developed. But as soon the heart develops, the sinus venous is ill-developed, and ultimately in the case of the aves and in the case of the mammals, sinus venous is absent. But here the sinus venous associated with, remember this thing, sinus venous associated with the right atrium is ill-developed. So RBC is nucleated in them. And one point to be noted here, very important one, that both right and left aorta present. Remember this thing, that the reptiles have both right and left aorta. Birds, that is aves, have only right aorta, and mammals have only left aorta. But they have both right and left aorta. Now, if I talk about the kidneys, then kidneys are one pair. And they are of metanephric type. So I will say they are metanephric kidneys. One pair. Alright. And if I talk about the excretory product, then they are uricotelic. Means they excrete uric acid. And hence they are uricotelic. Excretory product is uric acid, and that's why they are uricotelic. Uricotelic means least water is required to release out the uric acid. Alright. So excreted product is uricotelium. Now, if I talk about the different systems, then they are unisexual. They are unisexual means in them sexual dimorphism found. Sexual dimorphism. In them sexual dimorphism found. Male and female are separate. Male and female are separate. Fertilization is internal. Fertilization is internal. Male have one or two, which is also called as hemipenis. Male have one or two copulatory organ. Male have one or two copulatory organ, which is also called as the hemipenis. One or two, that is hemipenis as a copulatory organ. So they have copulatory organ. They are oviparous. Oviparous means they are egg-laying. They are oviparous means they are egg-laying creatures. Now, eggs are surrounded by a shell, and therefore the eggs are called as cladoic eggs. Eggs are called as cladoic eggs. So here I am writing eggs are cladoic means surrounded by eggs are cladoic means they are surrounded by shell. Now, in the roof of buccal cavity, they have Jacobson's. In the roof of buccal cavity, they have Jacobson's organ, which is olfactory. Olfactory means give smell sense. All right. Now few more characters. That is, teeth are acrodont, found above the jaw, or pleurodont. In some members, pleurodont means teeth are laterally arranged on the jaws, or thecodont. Thecodont means embedded in jaw sockets. So thecodont means embedded in jaw sockets. Pleurodonts are laterally arranged, and acrodont, they are found on the outer margin of the jaws. All right. And tympanum present. Only tympanum present. That is known as the eardrum. That is, tympanum is present. By which they can hear. Alright, but remember this thing, that tympanum is absent. In snakes. Crocodiles, lizards, snakes, tortoise, turtles are included in this class. Crocodiles, lizards, snakes, tortoise, turtles are included in this class. Alright. Now, parental care is well marked. Parental care is well marked in reptiles. Parental care is well marked in reptiles. Parental care is well marked in reptiles. And remember this thing, that reptiles are amniotes. Reptiles are amniotes. Amniotes means reptiles were the first creatures which were amniotes. Amniotes means they have 4 extra embryonic membranes. They have 4 extra embryonic membranes. They have 4 extra embryonic membranes. That is amnion, chorion, allantois, and yolk sac. Amnion, chorion, allantois and yolk sac. They respire with help of lungs. They respire with help of lungs. One pair of lungs are found. And remember this thing, that they are cold-blooded. Means poikilothermals. They are not able to maintain their body temperature. Their body temperature changes according to the ambient temperature. So they are cold-blooded. They respire with help of lungs. Reptiles are amniotes, means they have 4 extra embryonic membranes. I am not talking about the embryonic membranes. They have 4 extra embryonic membranes, which are respectively called as amnion, chorion, allantois and yolk sac. Parental care is well marked in reptiles, means you can see that they are carrying their eggs. Crocodiles, lizards, snakes, tortoise, turtles, all are included here. Alright. So today in this video we have discussed the general features of the class Reptilia. We have discussed the general features of the class Reptilia, and in the next upcoming video we will be also discussing the various orders of the class Reptilia, which is also important. So wait for that video. Hope so you have liked this video. Thanks a lot. We'll be coming soon.